Just a short video about travel bags. If you like to travel and you want to have something that's convenient and easy to carry on, I almost never check a bag because it adds a lot of time to travel, or if you're got a really tight connection and you're waiting for your bag to be brought up from the back of the aircraft, it really is a hassle. So this was my go-to for a long time, and it still is a great bag. It's the North Face Surge 2, and it's fairly convenient, but I travel a fair amount, and even including internationally, and meeting with some government officials in other countries. Carrying a red backpack is not necessarily the best professional look, and so I want to share a couple other bags here with you. And so the first is the Thule bag, and I got this bag partly because it's rigid, but it has these compartments in here where you can put glasses, and there's a zipper pouch in there where you can store some smaller items. And then this is deeper. I usually put my workout gear in this side here because it's isolated from the clothing section. So overall, not a bad bag. The one thing this bag lacks is any really organization. So what I'm getting at is it has this insert here, the sleeve for your computer, which is fine, but there isn't a great way to organize your cables and cords and things like that. We have a little pouch right here. It just isn't super convenient, particularly when you're digging under your seat on a flight. So I'm going to open up and show the inside of the bag here. And so it's a reasonable amount of space, shoes in here, and I can pack at least enough for 3 or 4 days. I use some wrinkle-resistant fabrics that don't need to be ironed, so I can look professional and not worry about iron or steaming or any of that. So overall, a pretty decent bag. It does fit under the seat on the regional carriers, which is a must. It doesn't not fit in the overhead on the small CRJs that the Delta uses, and United uses those too. So keep that in mind. So you can stuff this pretty full and still get it under the seat. So I'd give this bag, probably a B+ rating. The next bag is the absolute go-to for longer trips. This is the Osprey. I believe this is I think this is a 46-liter bag, and so it holds a lot. The organization is a little bit haphazard. I do like this little pouch here for stuffing things in that I want to get at quickly. I'll show you the organization section here. So there are some little slots here, but it's deep, and so once you fill this up, it's really hard to get access to your cords, your headphones, your pens, a little notebook. I don't really like this. It does have a separate pouch in here that has a little bit of padding, so I typically would put like an iPad in here to protect it, extra set of headphones. But the part about this bag, two parts about it that I really like in terms of travel is this is a deep cavern, and on each side there are zippered panels in here, and so I typically will use these travel pouches to organize dress clothes, work shirts, workout gear. A pair of workout shoes easily fit in the bottom of this, and I like the zippered pouches here, one side for glasses, the other side for maybe some bars or snacks. But then the really cool part is this little pouch up on top here, and so it doesn't look like much, but you can get a lot in here. I put all my chargers in here, a set of headphones, some snacks, even something to drink or a beverage. So very easy to access this, and this will fit under the seat on the regional carriers, the CRJs. So as long as you don't stuff this part too full, typically, I fit my stuff in here. I can get about 4, maybe 5 days of clothing in here, and as long as this part's not full, you can compress this part under the seat, and so this part will go against the seat in front of you, and you can shove it underneath, and it packs down nicely. It has these tension straps in here, and I typically will get my laptop in here inside a sleeve as well. So it's a very handy bag, very deep, and again, this will not fit in the overhead on the small CRJs, but even in the exit row where they're very picky about seating requirements and having things beyond the marking in the aisle, you can compress this in there. I've taken this bag. This bag went over 100,000 miles last year without any issues. And then the latest bag, I'd give that an A for sure. The latest bag I got is the E-bag, and I got this because the guy next to me had one, and I thought it was, I just really liked the bag for the organization part of it. And so this part I really like. Headphones, some ID, pouches in here that are zipped. I'll fill it up with some snacks and some other things that I typically would want to get at a longer flight. This isn't very deep though. You can't really put a bunch of chargers or things in here like that, so that's not such a major issue, but this was a selling point for the bag here. And then, I can't remember the name of this, but they call this stowaway pouch, and put your passport or your tickets or whatever in here as well. So I really like this part of the bag. The selling point that the manufacturer touts is this is for your liquids. Fit in here nicely with a little pouch that's included with it. I'm not so excited about that, but this part is cool. This is, they call this the garage, so to speak, and this is rigid. There's a removable pouch in here that you can take out to expand space, but I keep my glasses in here. I keep an accessory charger in here, and also the cords for my MacBook Pro go in here, and a pair of sunglasses will fit in there as well. So I like the rigid part of this. It's not going to be crushed or broken or anything like that. The selling point that the manufacturer touts is, if I can get it open here, is the TSA laptop check. Well, if you're pre-checked or if you're clear or any of those things, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to take your laptop out of the bag anyway, so this isn't really a selling point for me. I'd rather have this be one bigger compartment, but the downside of this bag is, even though they tout that you can overstuff it, you really can't get a whole lot in here. I've got a pair of pants, 2 shirts, workout shoes, workout stuff, so just a short trip I'm taking here in the near future, so really just basically 2.5 days of clothes is about all this bag can carry, and it's relatively heavy. The bag empty weighs over 4 pounds, so this is the Professional Weekender. They do have a slim, which I looked at. In hindsight, I'm glad I didn't get, because it's way too small to really do much with it other than put in a computer. So I do like this. It does look a little more professional than the Surge that I showed you. And you know, once I unpack the clothes and the gear at the hotel, still small enough that I can take this you know, with on my consulting meetings, and it looks a little more professional. Still, you can tuck away the backpack straps, and it has a shoulder harness, so it looks a little bit more like a briefcase and a little bit less like a college backpack. So I'd give this one probably an A-. Overall, not as happy with it as I thought I would be, but still a decent bag, primarily for this feature right here, which I like to get a lot of work done on flights, and if I can access different things, this makes my life so much easier. So let me know what you think. What's your favorite bag? Thanks.